Hi everyone, my name is Brody Weaver, and I was recently hired as an assistant on the Pride Swell Art and Activism project. I'm a student at NASCAD, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you've all been up to, and I'm also here to give you some more information on the postcard prompt. So first, I'm going to walk through the steps to make the styrofoam relief prints in more detail. Let's jump right in. So I started by planning my design. I chose to do a 2-layer print and use the pink triangle symbol that is used in queer activism as the base for my design. In the image here, you can see the first layer in pink and the second layer in black. Next, I began by cutting a 4-inch by 6-inch piece of cardstock to make the postcard. I used my debit card as a ruler to make the lines on the back where the postcard address and stamps will go later. Then I cut a piece of styrofoam to just a bit smaller than 4 inches by 6 inches and used a pen to draw on the design that you can see here. Because I left the triangles without marks, they will print as color blocks while the surfaces with lines will have texture. Anywhere that you use a pen or pencil to indent the styrofoam, that's going to print white and create your image. So then I got a small plate ready with my chosen color of paint, which is pink. I wet my sponge just a little bit and squeezed out any extra moisture and readied my cardstock and styrofoam block. So I got all my materials together. From here, you can take the sponge and dab it in the paint to get an even surface. This part is a little bit messy and you might get some on your hands, but that's okay, it's just paint. So from here, I took my sponge and evenly coated the surface of my styrofoam block. Once my styrofoam block was covered evenly in paint, which you can see here, I placed it on the cardstock sheet and then used a book and my hand to apply pressure. It doesn't take a lot of force, but I found that the book especially helped make the pressure even across the surface for a better final print. And here you can see the result. You can keep printing until you've gotten one you're really happy with, and you'll have some extras to play around with as well. Another strategy you could do is to wait until after you've made your print on a larger piece of paper to cut the postcard to size, which would work great as well. So now for the second layer, which was the little black triangle hearts that you saw earlier, I took my styrofoam block and cut out one of the triangles with a pair of scissors, and again used my pen to draw a heart inside of it. Then I repeated the painting and sponging, and used this little stamp 6 times on the triangle pink color blocks on the print. And voila, it looks like this. While I chose to cut a piece out to make a smaller stamp, you can continue to draw on the entire block for added layers as well. So here you can see the back, where you can go over your previous markings with pen, add your stamp, and an additional message. I made this postcard for my friend Monica, who lives in Ontario. Monica is a really close friend of mine that I met in high school, and they're actually the first trans person I ever met. So I took this as an opportunity to remind them how much they mean to me, especially at a time when we're not able to be together. When you're thinking about the prompt, what do you want to say? Who do you want to say it to? Who isn't listening? You can think about how sending your postcard can make a small impact in someone's life, or make them think differently about an issue. While I chose to send words of care and affirmation to a friend, consider what you want to say. Is there an activist who you want to thank or encourage for their work? Is there a local politician or MP that you can send your postcard to to make your voice heard about local issues. To give some other examples, this is a postcard made by the activist group ACT UP in New York, and they use postcard campaigns to politicians who are not responding fast enough to the AIDS crisis. If you filled out any letter templates this summer in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, you participated in this kind of activism. And before the internet, queer artists used mail art as a way to stay connected in different parts of the world and in light of a homophobic and transphobic society. These two images are the work of an art collective called Les Petits Bonbons, who were active in the 70s and 80s. They often use the slogan, which you can see on the left, "Please imagine a gay universe." I found this image online, and it is handwriting on top of a photographic postcard. The text describes a principal of a school talking about the stress of COVID-19, specifically on education. Consider how you can use text and image to make a statement, and who needs to hear that statement. Are there administrators at your high school, college, or university that need to hear students' concerns, recommendations, or opinions? These are just a couple ideas to help you all get started in thinking about the prompt. I hope that you all have a lot of fun exploring this prompt and this activity, and I'm really excited to see what you come up with. And if you have any questions, please reach out to Casey or me at casey.burkholder@unb.ca or Brody Weaver at nascad.ca. And that's all for now.